Coming in under 36 foot, this beautiful bunkhouse has a ton of space, lots of storage, and a big refrigerator outside. Folks, this right here is the 2021 Wildcat 297BH. So let's jump right into the main living area of this one. And again, as far as the overall layout, I really like what they've done. You get the space saver up front, so you don't have a step in this one in the bedroom, even though it is a mid-profile. Big bunk room in the back. And I like the layout in this main living area. Aaron, why don't you take a couple steps back and just kind of pan around, show everyone what you're looking at, right? So you have the slide out with the U-shaped dinette over here. You have a sofa over to the side there. And they did a good job of kind of blending your entertainment and kitchen space all into one. And when you're looking at, something under 36 foot with the bunk room like this, I think they did a good job of kind of combining this too to make it all fit under that package. And why is 36 foot so important? If you're not familiar, a lot of times, a lot of campsites, right, have like that 36 foot limitation. When you start getting larger than that, a lot of times campgrounds, they only have like 5 or 6 spots, depending on the campground, sometimes of course more, but you'll have to get special spots a lot of times if it's over 36 foot. So being able to stay under that really means you have a lot of options on where to camp. So let's jump right into this main living area slide. This of course is your refrigerator. This is a Nor-Cold unit. You can take a look there, excellent storage. I do like this unit. Again, I think it has plenty of space. You have some adjustable drawers there. And then right up top, if we open that up, you'll have a little bit of storage there too. Now, one of the things that I do like that they have done is they kind of want like a polished brass almost, right? Like almost like gold pulls, which I like. I think it goes really well with the white, something a little bit different than what we've seen before. Most manufacturers are, sticking with your traditional stainless. We're going to go oil rub bronze. I do think that kind of changes things up a little bit. In this slide out, you have roller shades, as you can see, and it does make it a little bit easier to pull down when it's all the way retracted, because it gives you this little kind of pull cord on all the windows, which I like. Nice, simple window treatments. U-shaped dinette here, which does drop down into sleeping space if you have additional guests. And take a look at this. You have big storage. Now, they're not on glides or anything, but that's okay because look how deep that storage is, right? Nice, deep storage. Heavy duty. It's built very well. It's not just like paneling or anything on the bottom, so it can actually hold some heavier items. And then it just kind of slides back in just like so. So excellent space to be able to sit down, eat at, and again, gives you that additional sleeping space. And then you also have the trifold sofa right over here. So again, if you do have guests over, you can sit in the U-dinette, sit here on the sofa. Everyone can be around watching TV. This also folds out into a bed, which I like. Definitely for one adult. If you have 2 adults that want to snuggle up, you can probably fit 2 people there. But realistically, in this one, you'll probably have one on the U-dinette, another one right here. But I do like the fact at least you get the option for additional guests to sleep, especially if the bunk room is already full. Another window over there. Good storage across the top. I like the glass on here too. If you can kind of put it's, I don't know what I want to call it. Almost like it's not completely frosted, but you can just see a little bit in there. So if you want to put some like decorations and stuff in there, some different decor, it allows you to do that. You also have lights underneath and an electrical outlet there. Before we head up, let's kind of finish out the kitchen and head to the back. So as I said, entertainment system right here. I do like the backlighting. I think this was kind of a cool move. There's a switch here if you don't want it on, but I really think it helps make this space pop. I think that was a great addition. And again, that TV, you have good viewing angles kind of no matter where you're sitting. The couch would be a little bit tough, but if you have enough space to lay down on the sofa, you can do that too. Underneath, you will see your multimedia center. This does have a built-in DVD player, which is super handy, and different speaker zones on there. A couple of drawers underneath. Check that out, folks. It's one of the things I love about this. You have slow close drawers. Same thing right here in the kitchen. It's one of those features, again, as you start getting into higher end fifth wheels, sometimes you'll start to get into things like that. And at this price point, I love that they're able to put that in. So plenty of drawer space here in the kitchen, more storage underneath the sink, including enough space for a trash can. And I really like when manufacturers do that. True solid surface countertops here, folks. This is not going to be like a heat pressed or anything like that. This is a true solid surface. So that, of course, allows you to undermount the sink. And once again, I love the color they chose on the sink. It's kind of like a gunmetal or like a black stainless. And I think that's really sharp. Oil rub bronze, high-rise pull-out faucet. I like the backsplash here, too. I think that is a little bit different than like the subway tile we've seen for a really long time. So I like what they've done there. Electrical outlet in the kitchen, just like you would want. Plus underlighting here, so it helps brighten things up. A window if you want to let in natural light. 3-burner recessed cooktop with a glass cover. To access that, of course, just fold it up and back. Nice and easy to get to. The front one is high output. You can see you have a little selector knob here for light. So, if you want, this bottom one, you'll see turns on the oven. The top one will not. It'll just be the knob. So you kind of get your option of what you want to turn on there. This one also is spark ignition for the cooktop, but I do not believe it is for the oven. I'm pretty sure for the oven you do still have to light that with a match, but your cooktop will be spark ignition. Down underneath, you get a little additional storage. Not a ton, but at least you do get some storage space there. And again, slow close drawer guides. Take a look up top, microwave, more storage all the way throughout. So you do have good kitchen storage. I'll open it up just to kind of show you, what you're looking at. I mean, nice deep storage, plenty of room for your cups, bowls, plates, everything else that you would have to put in your kitchen. And so again, I think they did a good job up top. The only thing I will say that it's missing a little bit for me is storage underneath for pots and pans, right? You're almost kind of pigeonholed to this section right here for some of your pots and pans, or you're forced to put them up top. Which, just kind of, for me, it's just not where I want them. Just makes them a little unwieldy. But, again, that's just one small thing, right? Everything else I think they nailed. As you make your way back into the bunk room, I love this setup because you just get a ton of storage, a ton of access to it. You have nice big bunks. So, again, if you have an adult that wants to sleep in here, or 2 adults, you'll be able to accommodate that. You can see electrical outlet plus USB ports on both bunks, lights on the bottom bunk as well as on the ceiling up top, windows all the way around. You have the railing here so that anyone that is sleeping on the top bunk won't fall out and hurt themselves, which is great if you have little kids. TV hookup will be right up here on the ceiling, so that way both bunks are able to watch TV, which I like. One of my favorite parts, and we'll see this when we go outside a little bit, but this right here, this access door. I know sometimes parents are freaked out by it. It does have a deadbolt, so you can lock it, so no one's going to be coming in. You got to trust your kids that they won't leave, of course, but and it's an RV. If they're opening and shutting it, you'll probably know. But you do just want to make sure that, obviously that's deadbolted, but I love, love, love this for storage reasons. You can close this door and just load this area up when you're traveling, and it really just provides a lot more storage while in transit. Speaking of storage though, you can see you have shelves all the way in here, more storage here with, again, another electrical outlet, USB ports, plenty of plugins, more storage around the corner. You have built-in steps, which are going to be much wider than like your standard staircase that you'll see on bunks. So I do like that they were able to fit that in there. Then underneath this bed, you can see all the additional storage there. So, if you have laundry hampers or duffel bags full of clothes, again, something for your dirty clothes, right? You have enough space for all that to go. Then as we make our way up the stairs into the master bedroom, it does have the built-in grab handle here, which I like. I like having a rail. Not getting any younger. It's nice just having that when you are going up and down the stairs, especially at night. Main control panel will be located right here, and so it is high enough up that if you have littles, they're not going to be opening your slides or your awning or anything as they're running around. And if you make your way into the bathroom, you'll see the foot flush lever toilet, plenty of leg room there. And then moving over to the vanity, I really like this. Again, they kind of went with that same color for the sink here, kind of that black stainless, that gunmetal look. I think it's super sharp. You get the countertop extension, so you do have good countertop space, electrical outlet, faucet there, and more storage underneath. Plus, you kind of have an extra little section right over here, which I like. Now, it's probably not super necessary because you do have this, which is going to be like your built-in linen closet, because when the door shuts, right here to the bedroom, this stays in the bathroom, so you do get that. But again, I know I bring enough stuff for myself when camping. My wife brings a ton of stuff, so any additional storage in the bathroom is really nice. You have a spot to hang up your towels, or if you're rocking the look, you can hang robes up there too. I don't know, whatever you rock, it's up to you. Then when I take a step in the shower, you will see I'm 6 foot tall, and I do kind of max it out, especially with my hair. With my hair, I'm maybe like 6'1". Give the illusion of being tall, right? But when I'm in here, you know, I do just kind of hit if I try to step outside of this main area. But at 6 foot, you know, I honestly probably could be 6'1" and still stand under that skylight and be just fine. It's only when, you know, I try to maneuver out of it that I have any issues. Making our way up into the bedroom. This is kind of the final area here before we head outside. You have all this additional wardrobe storage, so plenty of wardrobe storage. Take a look at the sides. You get nice, big, usable nightstands. Now, why do I say usable? Because a lot of times, you know, some manufacturers for nightstands will just have, you know, like a panel, right? Like a super thin sheet right there that if you push on it, it just goes right down. That is not the case. You know, this is nice and heavy duty. So if you have a CPAP machine, or, you know, even if you have like a tiny, like toy-sized dog or like a cat, something like that, and you want them to sleep there, they can do that. You do have plugins, a little bit of additional storage up top, front windshield, which I love that look. That's something that is tough to find in a mid profile. And as I mentioned, you know, you will see if you look down right at the bottom there is no step. You know, there is no step up. So you can come right out of bed, go right into the bathroom. You don't have to feel like you're going to fall or anything like that. Really stylistic door here as well. I think they did a good job there. You know, it's a little more modern. It's not just super plain and simple. You have a second AC here in the bedroom to make sure things are nice and cool. And if you want TV, you'll see a TV mount there with the appropriate connections right up on the ceiling. So let's talk about RV access when these slides are closed. One of the most important things a lot of people want to know, one will be the bathroom, two will be the fridge. Now obviously in a fifth wheel where you have the bathroom up front, getting into the bathroom is no problem. Same thing with the bedroom. The fridge is generally going to be the question, and what you will notice is if I open this up, I do have pretty good access. It's not going to be full access, so if you have something that's big and square, you know, you're probably not going to get it out of here. But if you just need to grab, you know, some basic things to like make a sandwich, for example, you should be good to go. Freezer access will be a little bit more. So, you know, I don't know what you're going to grab out of there that you're going to cook, because you're not going to have 120, so your microwave's not going to be running, but you do have the freezer access. If you need to get into it. As far as the bunk room, you'll see it is closed off from here, but if you remember, you do have that other door in there. So if you need to crawl in there and it's not packed full of stuff, you can get into the bunk room from the outside as well. All right, with the inside wrapped up, let's take a look at some of the outside features of the 2021 Wildcat 297BH. Up front, again, one of the things I love about this one is that front windshield. I love when manufacturers put that on there. It looks so sharp from outside and really lets in a lot of natural light inside. You also have a couple LED light strips there, again, to improve that look at night. This one does come with the Rhino box here. Generally, the Rhino box is used in conjunction with this Space Saver chassis. We saw that in the front. As I mentioned, it got rid of that step in the mid profile. They usually go hand in hand. Nice thing about the Rhino box is it does disperse stresses better. It comes right up into a 6x6 beam, so a nice thick beam, and it helps transfer any stress into that rather than all of it being on the kingpin. So there definitely are some advantages to having this system. Dropping down underneath, this one does have slam latches. You can take a look right up front there. You'll notice there is space for 2 batteries, as well as some good additional storage space up front. Right next to that is our leveling system. You can take a look right there. You'll see this one does have auto level. The ground control system is a great system, super simple and easy to use. Just touch a button, it will level itself out. As for propane, you have one 30-pounder on this side, another one on the other side. Storage up front here in your garage storage. It's not as big as some of the other fifth wheels. You see it did kind of get a lot of space taken up there, but it is still good storage. One of the things I do like is the fact that it has tie downs. I really like that, you know, so that if you do have anything that's going to be moving around, you can tie it down when in transit. You have no idea how many times I've had things fall all over the place and just be a mess when I get to my destination. So I really do like having those. Battery disconnect in here so you can kill all power to the RV. Electrical outlet over to the side. LED light strip going the whole length of that garage storage as well. And they do help make up for some of that space in the back. You do get a little bit of extra space. I'll show you that in just a moment. If you need electrical access and you don't want to have to get into the garage, you do have another one right here. Let's drop down real quick because this is something else I really like. This one has the underbelly armor, which are these panels right here. And I really like this for a couple of reasons. One, it's just a more robust system, a more robust way to insulate and protect that underbelly, right? It's going to keep it cleaner from all the road grime and everything. This will do a much better job of keeping rodents out because chances are they're not going to chew through this. Excuse me. Most of the time when you have an enclosed underbelly, it's kind of like a glorified corrugated cardboard, right? And if they want to, they can chew through it. This is a lot harder to get through. Another reason I like this one is in the event you have to access anything, you don't have to cut a hole in it. You can just remove a single panel, drop it down, get to what you need to get to, reattach the panel, and you're good to go. So it is definitely a huge plus when it comes to serviceability. You get the LCI solid step on the Wildcat. Nice big step system, just as the name implies, folks. It is very solid. Aluminum treads on there too, so they're not going to rust. And I mean, I'm over 200 pounds. You can see I can basically dance on this thing, right? Start tap dancing, and it doesn't flex. Folds right up into the door cavity when you're in transit. Has adjustable feet, so you can adjust it to your campsite. And then the foldable grab handle, because it is a longer step system, so this bigger grab handle gives you more control from the very first step all the way in. If you take a look right here, in between the axles, you'll see the road armor suspension system there as well. That uses like rubber pucks in there, and I believe it's 3 inches of travel that gives it, which just gives you a nicer ride while going down the road. You know, I definitely do enjoy having that, again, so you have less stuff moving around inside and less stress going up through your camper. Couple speakers outside here. Those are controlled by that multimedia center inside, and if you want a TV outside, you can have that as well. Right here is the mount. You can actually take the mount we saw in the bedroom there. If you have a TV, you can just pop the whole thing off, bring it out here, pop it in place, plug it in, and you're good to go. And that, of course, will be underneath the power awning with an LED light strip, and that's exactly where you want it because, you know, that LED or that power awning is going to act as you know, basically shade. It's going to be a cover from the sun, so that way you'll get better visibility to the TV. Making it right back a little bit further, I love this part. One of the things I really like about having a bunk model is when they have an outside kitchen. And this one may not have a full kitchen, but you do get this guy right here, which I love. This is going to be my beverage fridge. But, you know, obviously it's good for condiments. You want to put ketchup, mustard, anything else in there. You know, juice boxes for the kids, little milk cartons, whatever it may be. But I like the fact that it is a larger outside refrigerator. If you want to do some cooking, you will see you have a rail here for a grill. Or if you have like a Blackstone or something that you like to use, the propane quick connect is still right underneath there in front of that spare tire. So that way you can, you know, just have your Blackstone or whatever other grill you may have right out here, plug it in, rocking and rolling. I talked about additional storage. This is it. It will be magnetic catches, just like we had up front. But again, this is kind of on that back side of the bunk, right? There's great storage inside on the other side of the bunk, but you get all of this on the outside, so it does help kind of make up for a little bit of the storage that you're lacking up front. Coming around to the back, you have the rear-mounted ladder, so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof for any kind of service or maintenance or just getting up there and cleaning it. You can also see a backup camera prep, and if we drop down right here, you have the receiver hitch. This one, I believe, is 300 pound. Yeah, 300 pound capacity on there, so that if you have like a bike rack or anything that you want to stick in there, you can do that. Or if you have an accessory rack that you want to put in there, so you can put like a cooler or some firewood or something on the back. Again, it just gives you more storage capability when in transit. 50 amp detachable power cord right there. You have 2 ACs. You're going to need 50 amp if you plan on running them both. And I talked about this door when we were inside. So as I said, if you need to, you can crawl in here. Now, mind you, folks, there is not any steps. There are not, I should say, there are not any steps. So it is a little bit tougher. You'll probably want a step stool or something if the kids need to get in here for the night. The main purpose of this is for loading up items, again, so you have that storage in transit, but do know that it is an access point if you need it during your travels. You can see termination, a couple different terminations. One will be right down here, another one up front. That ground control 3.0 will be sitting there. Furnace and water heater are on the off-camp side, which I really like because that means I'm not going to have a bunch of hot air blowing on me when I'm trying to sit at my campsite. And on this other side right over here is the convenience center, and it is conveniently located. You'll see your valves are going to be fully insulated, which is great if you plan on doing some extended season camping, so that way your valves aren't going to freeze up on you. Your tanks and lines shouldn't freeze up because, again, they're all heated in that enclosed underbelly. Then you can see your Nautilus system right here for your tank fill, as well as winterization. You can see your city water inlets. All of your cable connections and everything are located there. I think you have water pump located there too for easy winterization, which is great. And then as we make our way a little bit further, you get another 30-pound propane tank right up here. Plus, you have your level up system control be located there. And if you need solar, this one does have your portable solar, so you can just buy the portable cells, right? Plug it in, comes with the controller, you'll be good to go. And folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2021 Wildcat 297BH. If you're interested in this wonderful family bunk model and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker. Let's go camping.